Hey, welcome back to British Stand. A bit of breaking news for you this evening. It's with regard to Elon Musk yet again. Look, earlier on we did a live stream, and of course Elon Musk had been speaking about the grape of Europe, the things that have been going on in Europe, and specifically the United Kingdom. We've seen it with Elon Musk. He's been very vocal over the last year at certain points of the year. This time last year he was very vocal, of course, on all the aftermath with regard to the Southport killings. Then, of course, in January, we've seen the whole grooming gang scandal erupt. And Elon Musk was, of course, shining a massive light on it, stating that the UK were a totalitarian government, that people like Tommy Robinson should be freed. He's got an eye on what's happening in the United Kingdom. We've got some huge news this evening, and it's actually on two different things. He's also ruthlessly destroyed Nigel Farage. But of course, the big news is that he's stated that he's willing to fund action against corrupt officials who aided and abetted the rape of Britain. Let's get into it. Let's see what has been said by Elon Musk, guys, and what this means. But first, please do hit the like button and hit the subscribe button for more. But let's have a little look at the first things that have been said. Look, this morning, of course, we got news and confirmation from Rupert Lowe with regard to his 2 seconds. There we go. With regard to this, so Rupert Lowe put this up earlier on this morning, and it was essentially the rape gang inquiry. He said that rape gangs operated in at least 85 areas. As you can read here, the rape gang inquiry has identified 85 local authorities in which the gang-based sexual exploitations of children is taking place, or has historically done so. Hundreds of brave survivors, family members, and whistleblowers have approached the rape gang inquiry since our launch, each with unique stories. However, patterns of targeted exploitation, predominantly Pakistani males, combined with gross negligence from public bodies, are identifiable. Further research following the submission of thousands of Freedom of Information requests by our data investigation team has enabled the Rape Gang Inquiry to produce one of the most comprehensive exposés of the nationwide scandal to date. A separate inquiry team has traveled the country gathering evidence and speaking with survivors, family members, and whistleblowers. Our staff includes a qualified support and specialist therapist with decades of experience in dealing with vulnerable individuals. Cases have been identified across the United Kingdom, from Aberdeen to Plymouth, Antrim to Canterbury, some going back as far as the 1960s. Evidently, more will sadly exist outside of this list. Ongoing cases have been referred to relevant authorities, and the Grape Gang Inquiry will surely be writing to all local authorities where these heinous crimes have been identified, request full transparency and cooperation. Victim safeguarding is at the heart of everything that we do and has guided every stage of this process. The Grape Gang Inquiry is working with our legal team and shall commence our hearings later this year. This is a chance for the victims to speak, experts to be interviewed, and a full report recommendations then to be drafted. Rupert Lowe MP, chair of the Grape Gang Inquiry, commented, "Our inquiry has shown that this rotting scandal is more widespread than thought. Hundreds of thousands of lives have been ruined at the hands of predominantly Pakistani grape gangs. It is over the 2 months since Labour promised a nationwide action, yet the government has been seemingly idle since the message from survivors is clear in getting on with it. There has been too many broken promises now for this time for action and hard justice to be delivered for those in power. The staggering research from our inquiry underlines the need for urgent movement from Labour. I would like to thank our inquiry for their incredible efforts, dedication in uncovering yet more of this scandal. There is so much work to do over the coming months." Now, as following this, of course, Elon Musk has now quote tweeted this breaking news, and as you can see, this is what he said with regard to it. "I would like to help fund legal action against the corrupt officials who aided and abetted the rape of Britain per the official government inquiry. Please reply below for consideration. So this is huge news. Elon Musk, of course, very, very passionate on this subject and has come out publicly and stated that he will fund this. This is about all the people that were there and covered it all up. This is pretty huge. And again, it's great to see people like Elon Musk getting involved. He's got 229 million followers. He's shining a huge spotlight on all of these things, and this is a huge step in the right direction. Again, there's been silence from Labour. Credit to sort of Rupert Lowe, who keeps shining light on this subject. However, he hasn't stopped there with regard to Britain today. He's also went on and spoke about Nigel Farage, and actually he quote tweeted a video that this was with regard to the mass deportations that came out today. They said, look, mass deportations is something that Reform were going to be going ahead with, and of course their conference was outlining the plans of what was going to happen should they get into power. And this is one of the questions that was asked, and we're going to get to Elon Musk and what he has said about Nigel Farage straight after. But this is what the video of the interview was about.
Nigel Farage, last September you told GB News that it was a political impossibility to deport hundreds of thousands of people and that you simply couldn't do it. What has changed your mind that you now believe that you can?
The political impossibility was deporting millions and millions of people, and that's where the argument had gone. We had a situation, a political difficulty within Reform UK. This does happen to parties. They do have difficulties and problems. We had a problem that one of our MPs, who's no longer an MP, was talking about deporting entire communities, including people who've been born here. And frankly, we found that unacceptable. And so I just did not want, I think you can quote me for another interview, to get dragged down the route of mass deportations.
Now, following this, of course, this is what Elon Musk had to say due to this this kind of quote tweet. Of course, Tommy Robinson, Ben Habib, of course, have all replied to Elon Musk following this. But this is what Elon Musk said about Nigel Farage, which is fairly interesting. And it's actually picking up on where he kind of left off back in January. He said, unfortunately, the reality is that Farage will do almost nothing to protect Britain. That is obvious. Existing law is clear that anyone who was an accessory to aggravated rape or murder, especially if children, is guilty of serious crime and must either serve time in prison if a citizen or be deported if not. The government simply needs to enforce the law. So again, Nigel Farage, of course, catching strays from Elon Musk. And the last time he spoke about Nigel Farage, I think, was back in January/February, when he said that he wasn't the right person to see change in the country. I think he was a big supporter of Rupert Lowe and, of course, a big supporter of Tommy Robinson. Now, following this, of course, Elon Musk has reposted Tommy Robinson. He's a big fan of Tommy Robinson, so he is. It said, revolution is coming, nothing can stop it. The silent majority will be silent no longer. Join us in our stand against tyranny on September 13th. Elon Musk reposted that, of course, for the freedom, free speech showdown that's, of course, happening in London. But following that saying there from Elon Musk on Nigel Farage, he was met with some comments from Rupert Lowe. Rupert Lowe says, you're right, Elon, Farage doesn't have what it takes. Ben Habib, of course, the chairman of Advance UK, said absolutely correct on all fronts, which is why we have set up Advance UK. We will restore the UK and its borders, its people, freedom, its democracy and its broken legal system. We are gaining traction fast and announcements are in the pipeline. I thought setting up a new party would be a monumental task. I do not underestimate what is ahead, but the people are rallying around us and we will prevail. So, again, people now trying to point, Tommy Robinson, of course, as well, saying to Elon Musk to get behind Advance UK or at least support Advance UK. So this could be a huge correlation that, this could be a huge connection we didn't see coming within the UK. Of course, Reform, Elon Musk isn't a big supporter of them and is calling out the stuff in regard to Nigel. But again, there could be a relationship built here with regard to Advance UK and Elon Musk going forward. But some big news, and of course Elon Musk is back again talking about British politics, talking of course about the rape of Britain and shining a light on it, and I absolutely love to see him do that. I know it happens every few months. He's a very, very busy man, but it's great and it's important that he does put a spotlight on all the wrongdoings that are currently going on in this country, because it's dark and it's deep. Let's go through what people have said in the live chat, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what people are saying. John Nesk says, I'm with Elon, Rupert and Ben. See, a lot of people saying Farage, no good. Alison Murray says, Mary says, I can't believe Farage. Respect to Elon, put those at the top in the country for not doing nothing. But with regard to the breaking news, this would be huge. You know, the people that were complicit and abetting this disgusting stuff that we've seen, that could, as Rupert Lowe, the rape gang inquiry is showing, it could have dated back as far as the 1960s in 85 different places within the UK, holding these individuals that were responsible and part of corruption. This would be huge if Elon Musk is behind getting them brought to sort of justice as well. People are saying, Starmer, sweating. I'm joking. Elon won't do nothing. He was all talk about South Africa along with Trump, and nothing has changed. But yeah, let's have a little look what more people are saying on this subject. Michelle says, well, this is great news, Elon Musk. Thank you. Jimmy says, doubt anything will come from this. Most people are all talk and no action these days. Yeah. But ladies and gentlemen, again, just wanted to break the news to you. Won't keep you here too long. But do let me know your thoughts with regard to the rape gang inquiry, of course, that was published by sort of Rupert Lowe. Elon Musk, of course, coming out and saying that he's going to be funding legal action. And, of course, going in on Nigel Farage yet again. Let me know in the comments. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button, and I